Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here, coming to you live for another prospecting tip of the day. Every day, weekdays, I go live from this page to share with you a tip to help you rock your network marketing business. Make sure that you click follow, and of course, you have the opportunity to subscribe. When you click follow, actually, it allows you to choose whether you see our live videos, and if you see it in the newsfeed, if you see it first. If you don't want to miss a tip for the day, I highly suggest that you do that. And don't forget to share this on your team pages, because as always, as you know, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. I would love for you guys to go ahead and introduce yourself below. Tell me who you are and where you're tuning in from. And if it is your first time watching, type in a number 1, because I would love to warmly welcome you. And for our newbies that are joining, because we have so many new ones each and every week, I want to just quickly introduce myself as well. Who am I? I am Sarah Robbins. I am a former kindergarten teacher turned network marketing top leader. I also wrote the best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. It's been a bestseller since the day that it launched over 5 years ago. And if you didn't know by now, hello, where have you been? We just recently launched it on audio. It's me reading the book. You'll hear it in my voice. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like Rock Your Network Marketing Business 2.0, because I went off script a little bit and shared some things that are exciting and relevant for today. So I encourage you to get it on Amazon. There's Kindle, hard copy, or the new audiobook, and make your car a rolling university. Leverage drive time, downtime, workout time. Yes, this is the only time, right, that you want me in your head all the time. So here's the cool thing, guys. If you email your receipt or your order number to rocktheaudio@gmail.com, I give you 3 free gifts. One's a leadership training you've got to watch. It's my most requested keynote talk. The second is a prospecting guide. I teach you ideas of how I found over 300 people that I personally recruited for my business. And then language on how to start talking to them too. So 3 free gifts when you order the book in whatever form you prefer. Just email rocktheaudio@gmail.com with your receipt number, and we'll get that over to you guys as well. You'll also find some cool things outside of Amazon on my site, like some great training courses, guys. Have any of you ever signed up for any of my summits? You can find some cool things there. We've got a social media summit all about how to build the business online, prospecting for business partners and consultants. My recruiting seminar called Rock Your Recruiting, specifically how I recruited 2 hours worth of material, how I recruited 300 people into the business and built a team of over 300,000. And then my one on sales, which teach you how to get and keep customers, and essentially how we built a $1 billion sales team. Our team did that in sales in 1 year. But I've got a new one coming up, guys. I want to share it with you. It is going to be on October 18th, and it's called Power Up Your Presenting. Now, I just want to first and foremost say this, guys, or power presenting, I'm sorry. I want to first and foremost just tell you a little story, because this will lead into the training for today. Thank you. You guys are posting such nice things. I appreciate it. About our courses, that they're excellent. Somebody said that they gift the book to new team members. Oh, by the way, guys, we do have these guys on the site too. These are now not just CD, but we have MP3 as well. My System for Success for Network Marketing, the Rockstar Recruiting School, and my new leadership series, the Masterclass as well. So as I share with you our upcoming webinar, I want to share with you a quick story. So it's going to be on October 18th. It's called Power Presenting, and essentially it's going to be on how to present your business powerfully in any setting. So whether it's casual, so just like chit-chatting or over coffee, whether it's more formal, like a team meeting or an event or even an at-home event, or of course, getting with today's time, virtual, I'm going to be teaching you beginning during the presentation all the way through the follow-up and how to truly power up your presenting to come off professionally and powerfully and really, really increase your conversion rate through these events to get new business partners, to get new customers. So I took a course back in the day with Randy Gage, and I'll never forget, there was a bunch of top leaders that were invited to go and to basically be critiqued as speakers, because he's won a lot of, different awards and accolades for his speaking. And so this is one of his passions and one of the things that he does. And I will never forget him critiquing my 40-slide PowerPoint and saying, I loved that as much as I would love digging my own eye out with a spoon. Now, before you guys are like, oh my God, that's so mean. If you just have to know Randy, okay? You just have to know it. But here's the thing. You also want people to be really honest with you as well, right? Now, when I present with Randy and with Art and all the others at, our Think You Can Present sessions, I'm Paula. Like they do it like, American Idol. I'm Paula because I'm the nice one. So I might say things a little bit differently, but I'll still be honest with you guys. But, ultimately you want people to be honest with you because it's only in our honesty that can create room for growth, right? So I remember doing that presentation. Now keep in mind, this was many years ago. This was like in the beginning stages of building my business, but I was, a rising star within the industry. Everybody wanted to know what I was doing. And we had just very quick and great success. And I remember going back up to my hotel room and I literally cried and I'm like, oh my God, I'm horrible. I suck. And, I really had a pity party for myself. And once I got past the moment and the emotion behind it, I remember brushing myself off and saying, you know what? It's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I need to use this information to strengthen me, to make me better. And so I actually looked for, the truth in all of the things that he shared, because sandwiched in between that, I want to gouge my eye out. There were some really great pointers as well. And do you guys know to this day, people tell me 5 years later, 10 years later, I can't even believe how much you've grown as a speaker. So now companies and teams are hiring me to be their keynote speaker and to do consulting and all of these different things. And the thing is I could have stayed in my comfort zone, camped in the place of complacency, right? And never grown as a speaker, never grown as a leader, never invested in myself. And I would still be in that same place as I was back then. But instead, I've grown and I've blossomed as a leader and as a speaker, and it's grown my career as well. I can't even tell you the many, many ways that it's paid me back. And so I look at our success and the success that we've had today, and I just thought, I really want to pay back the profession that's tremendously blessed me. And I want to do a course that's just on presenting. So I'm going to do it on October 18th. Now, mine is not going to be on making good eye contact and projecting your voice. Okay, that's not my specialty. But I'm going to really hone in on the network marketing profession, direct sales, network marketing. I am going to teach you how to do powerful events from pre-event, like how to have the most spectacular, professional, powerful event where you're going to actually close new business partners and new customers. I'm going to talk to you about during the event, exactly how to run an effective presentation. Like, what do you say? And most importantly, how do you close people? The biggest mistake people make is they cannot conquer the close. They can't conquer the close. So, you have not if you ask not. I'm going to teach you how to get your ask in gear and literally increase your conversion rates. And then I'm going to talk to you about post-event as well. So, what happens after the event is the most important thing. The fortune is in the follow-up. But we're going to talk about, just so you guys know, I'll give you a little sneak peek right now. I'm going to train you on presenting or sharing in casual settings, like over a call or coffee. Like just if you're meeting with a friend, what do I say? What do I do? How do I get them to join me? Then I'm going to talk about at-home events. How do you host a great at-home event, whether it's a business launch for a new business partner or for yourself? How do you do a really spectacular virtual event? It was the number one thing that I've implemented over my business in the past few years. And we have gotten the most tremendous results for recruiting and new customers. I'm going to be talking about formal meetings because one of my business partners, she built to a 6-figure income in 6 months. It's an anomaly. It's crazy, guys. Not just in my company, in most companies, right? Just in the industry in general. And she said the number one way she did it was creating a groundswell through doing local meetings. So we're going to talk about that. And we're not a party plan company. And then we're going to talk about 3-way calls, which I believe is essential for creating duplication. Another team member on my team built to a 6-figure income in a year. And she said the number way she did it, by the way, she had a 60-hour-a-week job, 4-hour train commute, worked a full-time job. Her husband was deployed, so it was like she was a single mom of little kids. She worked the business in an hour a day. When she started, her name is Stacy there, she said, by the way, her husband was just staying here last night with my husband. They were in for my husband's men retreat. She said, I built it over an hour a day. How did I do it? 3-way calls with Sarah. That was it. So I'm going to teach you exactly how I do them and why they're essential for duplicating your business. If you have one person on your team, they're not doing anything, you need to start doing 3-way calls, getting over the fear. So we're going to talk about that. So before we get into today's training, I do want to invite you. It's going to be on October 18th. It's called Power Presenting. And you can register at sarahrobbins.com. when you click on the store. Just look for the Power Presenting class. If you can't make it on October 18th, don't worry. We're going to give you an unlimited replay, which is awesome. And all teams, all companies are welcome because we are not focusing just on one specific opportunity. But here's the thing. I want this to be very effective, just like the speaker school that I went to that changed my business and my career. I am making this a very small webinar. So I am actually limiting the amount of seats for this one because it's not just, for me, the goal is not like throwing something at a wall and seeing what sticks. I really want to make an impact and make a difference and make sure that it's a very, very effective. So make sure you register right away if you are interested, and it's super, super inexpensive. But again, remember, I invested a lot, thousands of dollars, right? For the travel and everything and the actual event, for my success. And that's normal to invest in your career. This is nothing, but the payback, right? The results are going to be so incredible. So I want to invite you guys to register there. And thank you, by the way, for allowing me to take a few minutes to share that with you and to share my funny story with you. I used to be so bad, somebody wanted to gouge their eye out with a spoon, and I seem to have made it today, right? All right, guys. So today I wanted to just give you a free tip. We are going to be talking about the foundation of a good presentation. This is going to be a two-part series because there's kind of two elements to a good presentation, which is learning how to tell your personal story with confidence, but how to tell your company's story with confidence as well. So I'm going to be talking about that today and tomorrow. And remember, I give you these free tips every day on this business page as well. By the way, thank you everybody who is, I can't even keep up with you all. Thank you for clicking the share button and sharing your team pages. So today, part one, we're going to be talking about your story. Okay. The first way to professionally connect with somebody is through sharing your personal story. And you've got to be able to tell it in a way that it's short, that it's concise, that it's compelling. And then I've got a really big bonus tip for you. It's $1 million tip. So you're going to want to be sure that you stay on to hear it. So your story, by the way, I share this in my book. There's kind of 5 points for telling a product story, which I share on my selling seminar, and 5 points for sharing your business story, which I share on my recruiting seminar, which are on my site. So your personal story, if I were to kind of just summarize it, I would say you're sharing your why you joined, and your what it's doing for you. But there's 5 different bullet points that you can follow when creating your personal story. And this is your story that you could share over coffee. This is your story you could share over a call. This is a story that you could share over a meeting, an event. And I encourage you to have your team do this exercise. Share this video with them today. Have them do this exercise, fill out the 5 points, record it on a quick video or a quick voice memo, and post it to your team page. And provide some good feedback for them, because when you can get confident in sharing your personal story, that is going to create the confidence that your prospect will have in you as well. It makes it far more compelling. So when you write out the personal story, there's 5 key points that I want you to really kind of write your story around. Number 1 is sharing more about you and who you are, and really your journey prior to joining. So I would open up and say, hey, I'm Sarah and I'm a teacher by trade. And I love teaching kindergarten and first grade, right? So I'm giving that little bit of my journey. The second thing is, why were you looking for an opportunity? Now, everybody's story is different. I wasn't looking for an opportunity. Opportunity found me, or perhaps you were looking. I was looking for an opportunity because I was facing the loss of my teaching job, okay? The third thing is how did you hear about it? My mom introduced me to the business. She told me all about it. She invited me to join her. And the fourth thing is, why did you join? I looked at it and I thought, it's low cost, it's no risk. I could do this part-time and on my terms, but I had the ability really to supplement my teaching income. And then the fifth thing is, what is the best part? The best part is this business is now allowing me to be full-time hands-on mom to my sweet son, Gabriel, and do for my own child what I did for so many others in teaching. I was able to retire. Great news is, shortly thereafter, my school was shut down. So the time to look for a plan B, guys, it's not when you need one. Now, obviously, I've got a grand story. So, I was able to then go on to build orphanages for children in need and provide housing, education, nutrition, and support for children here in the U.S. and globally as well. So that's thanks to our business. Now, if you're not at that point yet, we're going to talk a little bit about what your story can look like. So again, more about your journey, like who you are, why you were looking, how you heard about it, why you joined, your personal why or what compelled you to join. And the fifth thing is the best part is, what is the best part? What is the business allowing you to do? Or what are you planning on it for you to do? So if you just started, the best part is this business is going to allow me to do X, Y, and Z for my family. That's my long-term goal. No, if you want some examples of the stories, by the way, it's in my book, but no wimpy words or wishy-washy like, I hope, or if it works out. Yeah, that's not very compelling. No, it's, long-term, I plan on this business being, my plan A, to retire me from teaching so I can do for my own family what I did for so many others. So be very compelling in the language that you choose as well. Now, $1 million tip for you guys is this: focus on meaning versus money. Focus on meaning versus money. Guys, we had this long conversation over breakfast today, and we were talking about Christians who ruin it for other Christians. And I said, well, let's really talk about network marketers who ruin it for other network marketers, right? Giving people a bad name, giving the industry a bad name, and turning other people away, right, from the industry. We talk about that even in our faith. Like the people who shout on the street corner, you're going to hell. Well, that doesn't make anybody want to be a Christ follower. Hello. And so gives people a bad name, right? So I'm not going to get off on a tangent. I digress. But here's the thing. People in the industry who give us a bad name. Okay, stop parading checks around on stage. Stop telling people that they're going to be a billionaire and fly around, in a jet in 30 days in your business. It's not honest. It's not compliant. We live in a highly competitive and highly regulated industry. So now, because of these people who are making poor choices, you've got the FDA, you've got the FTC, who are watching us like hawks for product claims and income claims. So number one, you just can't do it. You shouldn't do it. It's non-compliant in most companies. But number two, here's the thing, guys. What is a lot or a little to people anyways? I'll never forget back in the day before, really this was all taboo and we were trained, right? The old school network marketing way to tell our money stories and to parade around the checks and all that stuff. I remember telling somebody, oh, my mom's earning $10,000 a month. This was back when we first started. And people were like, this woman said to me, that's it. And I was like, that's it. Like that was more than I ever ended up, back then, ever imagined earning, You don't know what it's a lot or a little to people. Some people, I had a guy who joined me in business. I said, what is your goal? He said $50 a month so I can take my wife on a nice dinner. That was it. I know all the ladies are like, oh, that's sweet. And it is. So here's the thing. What's a lot or a little to people? That's why we don't need to tell the money stories. And that's why you don't have to be embarrassed by them. Part-time hours, I earn this. No. In real life, we don't ask people what they make. You don't have to tell people what you make. And ultimately, the truth is good enough. So how do we tell the truth wherever we're at in our business? Talk about what the money is allowing you to do. So in part-time hours, I'm able to send my kids to the preschool of my choosing. In part-time hours, I'm able to give to the Make-A-Wish Foundation or whatever it is. I'm able to give generously. In part-time hours, I'm able to buy groceries for a family in need. In part-time hours, I've developed a shameless shoe fund. Whatever it is, guys, talk about in part-time hours what the business is allowing you to do. You don't have to share your income with people. You shouldn't share your income with people. And if you're one of those people promising the hype and the flash and the cash, stop. You are ruining it for all of us and making our profession look so bad. Guys, that's back in the day of the cheesy MLM days. Nobody's flaunting around the flash and the cash. Guys, it's not even safe. It's not even secure to do that for yourself. And furthermore, again, it's not compliant. We live in a regulated industry. Stop doing that. Remember, the truth is good enough. The truth is good enough. Okay, I'm getting off on a total tangent here. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to talk about part 2. We're going to talk about your company story and how to tell it in a compelling way, in a way that's honest, but in a way that is powerful and professional. And guys, I know it's going to help you to rock your network marketing business. So again, remember, this story can be shared, casual settings, professional stories, just over coffee or call. And all it is your why you join, and your what it's doing for you. Who you are, why you were looking, how you heard about it, why you joined. So your personal why, what compelled you to join. And then the best part is what the business is doing for you or what it's going to allow you to do for your family or for others. And remember, focus on meaning versus money. The truth is good enough. All right, guys, who am I going to see, by the way, on October 18th for our Power Presenting webinar? It's going to be incredible. You get personal training from me on how to present yourself and your business powerfully in the network marketing industry. You can purchase that course on my site right now at sarahrobbins.com. I believe it's going to be one of the best investments that you make in your network marketing business. I hope to see you there. And also here tomorrow on this page for part 2 of how to present yourself powerfully. Little sneak peeks into how incredible October 18th is going to be. Remember, you can't make it live. You'll get a replay too. All companies are welcome. Thank you again for sharing on your team pages or tagging them below. I do hope today's free tip helped you to rock your network marketing business. With that, that's all I got for today. I wish you guys a great day. God bless. Goodbye for now, and rock on, rock stars.